Yeah.
Okay, so the highlight of the Invasion show.
Let's bring them on, ladies and gentlemen.
What's up, my people, and welcome to the SN95 Power Channel. Today we're doing our Mustang wife segment. I'm here with my wife. KIS, what do you want to go by on the channel? I think we officially introduced you on the channel.
You haven't? No. So, Candy Kiss, CANDIDKIS.
Candy Kiss.
Yeah.
All right. And you are working on a podcast, right?
I'm working on a podcast that's going to be coming up. So, we're looking out for that.
So today, what we're going to do, we got a couple of things. We got a lot on the plate because we've been a lot of places.
Yeah.
It's been the last, 30 days?
Yeah.
We've been on the move.
Mm-hmm.
We've been out here meeting and greeting with you people. And the big news, I think, is the 1K on YouTube. So we hit our 1K. A lot of help from people. Gearhead 704, 01 SVT for the win. Of course, my man KSD Notch, Blue Over Media. Shout out. So we got a giveaway for this 1K, and we're gonna give you a little more details about that a little bit later in the video. But we want to talk about some of these shows that we've been to, right? So we've been to three shows, right?
3 shows in the past month and a half. Right?
Past month and a half.
Yeah.
The Iowa Mustang Club had a what they call it? Iowa Mustang Invasion.
Invasion, yeah.
That was the first one.
Yeah.
Right.
That
So
was fun.
that was the first time we actually taken the car on the road.
Yeah.
We've done local shows and stuff like that, but it just dawned on me too, because going down to 41, that's our local racetrack in Rockwell, Indiana.
Yeah.
We drove the car down there,
Yeah.
and we never trailered the car.
Right.
To any show or track event. So that was stressful for me. I don't know how you guys do it. My man 01 SVT for the win came all the way from Central Florida.
Yeah.
It was nerve-wracking.
It was nerve-wracking.
And Kim could attest to that, right?
Yeah.
I was
yeah, you were.
jittery.
I think going there, I think that was the most stressful because it was, like you said, it was a new experience and we were trying to figure out making sure the car is okay, making sure what we were trailing was going to handle the car the way it should. So, and Iowa's hilly.
Yeah.
Iowa
I didn't
has
realize
a
that.
lot of, we were up and down and we had a big boy to carry it, but it was still, it's just still, when you get jittery anyway, just to make sure everything is okay. So I get that. But we made it.
We made it. And it was super dope when we got there. That had to be probably the second biggest car show I went to. I think Burnout would probably be the number one.
Oh yeah, Burnout was huge.
Burnout is huge.
Yeah.
But
it was fun too.
At that time, because there's another event that we went to that was actually bigger than that in this little 30-day span. But Iowa, we came in there, we got there kind of early, right?
Got there early.
And the parking lot was already halfway full.
Yes.
And it was hot. There's plenty of space for everybody. They had food vendors.
Yep.
It was set up real nice, very organized. There's always a smooth flow of traffic. There was no real long lines. It's very organized. So big shout out to the Iowa Mustang Club for that. It was a very nice event.
Very seamless. So yeah, that was dope. Yeah, and the overflow. We didn't see that until maybe towards the end of the show.
Yeah.
So that's how much space this was. Where was it located?
I can't think of the name of the city.
The store. Well, it was something.
It's an old Walmart, and they turned it into some kind of engineering manufacturing place.
So that place, that space was huge. So it was able to hold all those cars, and then the overflow was at the end of the show. So it was still enough room for everybody to set up.
Yeah.
So
it was nice getting a chance to meet a couple of people there, Sapphire_Blue_SN95. Got a chance to meet him. Got a chance to meet Boosted 347. And just everybody there. It was just, a fun experience. Good vibe.
Yeah. Those car shows, and we've mentioned this in the past, they're always family oriented. So when people come out, they're coming out and they know they're coming out for the whole day. So they're set up and, kids are out having a good time. people are just talking to one another. It's just, you know, it's always a nice time, and people are always super, super cool. And that's what I love about these car shows. It's really easy to approach people and to talk about the car and the build. So that's always cool.
Yeah, it's like every time you park next to somebody, it doesn't matter where you're at. You know, you're having like little small chats, little conversations.
Like you in your own little community.
Yeah, like our little clique is like right there, you know. So that's always good, you know, especially, you know, the elders. And like I'm taking notes from the elders because, you know, when we get to that point,
been doing it
like, we're going to come up there like with our tents and portable like grills and all that stuff, like the RVs and everything. And so it was great. Got a chance to see B Notch out there, Mario.
Shout out Mario.
Yeah, a couple of people from the local area. I know the Cal Mustang Club was there. It was a good representation of the Chicagoland area. The amount of people, local people that we got a chance to see.
So the highlight of Iowa in the Invasion show was the Burnout. The Burnout showdown. So that was a lot of fun.
It's funny because the first car was already going by the time we got over there.
Yeah.
And it was like a Harry Houdini trick. Like he filled up like that whole section with smoke where you couldn't see anything.
Anybody. And as we got closer, we just saw people like coming out of this smoke. And it was dope.
Yeah.
Never seen a Burnout showdown like that. They did their thing.
Yeah, and we have a video of that on the channel. I forget what it's called. I think Iowa Mustang Burnout contest or something like that. But I think it was like 5 cars.
Yeah.
And they all put on the show.
Yeah. That's 95. Nice. Was it 1 or 2 of them?
It was like 3.
Yeah.
Actually, I think it was like 3 of them.
Yeah.
And so
they showed up.
So definitely go check out that video.
Yeah. But we saw that the very first one, like we saw the smoke. I think he was definitely, and then I don't know what car that was because he was gone. So
that was an old school Mustang, but I think the thing is, you know, they were giving people an amount of time to do the burnout. Then they were like, cut.
Oh, okay,
I don't think he saw him cut. He just kept going.
He filled up almost the entire show with that smoke. It was just so cool. So,
yeah, it was.
Yeah.
So definitely check out that video.
Yeah, check out that video.
All right, so we did the Iowa.
Yes.
And then I think this is actually one of my favorite road trips I've ever taken. We flew out to LA for Fabulous Force Forever. And we rented a drop top Mustang. It was one of the new 2021s, 20s or whatever. It's a V6 model. I know it's not SN95, but you know, you can't rent an SN95 from Hertz or nothing like that. But unfortunately, but we drove up there in the drop top Mustang to Fabulous Fords. And first thing, what was your first memory of that day?
So going to the car show.
Going to the car show.
Excitement, right? So we're coming off the expressway and we know that it was there. We saw the sign. We're like, oh, that's it.
Right.
But as soon as we got off the expressway, I'm like, oh, there's a line. I just thought it was a jam going to somewhere else. But that traffic jam was for the car show.
For the car show.
It was unbelievable. I mean, man, maybe a mile at least.
Yeah, I don't think it's probably at least a mile from where we were. But it was like crawling.
It was crawling. So, I mean, it was just like, man, okay. Even though it was a long line, I'm like, okay, it's going to go fast. They're going to have us in and out, you know, pretty quickly. Not so much.
Not so much?
Nope. So we got at the end of that line. You were able to go in and out of stores.
Right.
Start recording. He walked down the line and came back, and I'm still sitting there. I just took over the car and just, you know, told him to go do his thing, and I was just sitting there. So it was like, man, people are here. They showed up.
They showed up. It's funny because like we got off the expressway and it's a one way to go whatever direction, east, west, north, or south. So you got to go one direction and then turn right back around. And so when we turn around, we get to an intersection. There's like a Shell gas station there. And I'm like, we're not moving, so let me just go in and get something to drink and something to eat. We're still not moving, so I'm like, all right, well, I'm just gonna get out and go live real quick and just show what's going on. Still not moving, right? So I'm like, forget it. I'm just about to walk, get some footage, and come back. You probably moved like 40, 50 feet.
We were going so slow. I had the top down. I'm like, yeah, we having a good time. I'm kicking it. Top down. I got hot. The sun was beaming on me. I had to put the sun.
Yeah.
I had to put the top up. So yeah, it was crawling. So
it's crawling.
Hey.
And so Kim told she was just like, you know what, just go. And when I get there, I get there. So, you know, I've got a video of, I forgot what I called it, like Mustang traffic or something like that. Mm-hmm. That's just basically me walking the mile or whatever to get to the speedway. And that's just recording all the Mustangs on the way to the event. So I got there, and I have to say, like, my mind was just blown when I got there because when you come in, it's the SN95 section. Not only is it the SN95 section, it's just the all Cobra section. And just in that one section alone, there might have been like almost close to 100 Cobras in that section. And like 80% of them were like 03 or 04 Cobras. Yeah. And I was telling Kim, I was like, I've never seen that many Cobras assembled in one spot like that. And Cali, I have to say, man, Cali, those Mustangs are like super clean out there. Like,
they are.
There was no average like Mustang out there. Everybody Mustang out there was like super clean, like mint, glistening in the sun and all.
Yeah. And they were very unique to like that person's personality. So when you start to talk to them and you were interviewing them, it's like, oh, I get it. You get why they have that type of theme to their car, why it's so clean, why they did what they did. You know, it comes out in that conversation. So that was cool too.
So we got beat up that day. Shout out to my guy Eric at what's his YouTube channel? Diablo Speed, I want to say. I'm trying to remember everybody's YouTube channel. I believe it's Diablo Speed. Now, I was trying to hook up with him. Didn't get a chance to hook up with him, but got some footage of his car. Even though it's not S95, I still threw it on there. But it was a great time. We didn't even get a chance to see all the cars there.
No.
Because I'm real biased now. I have to be honest. Because if it's not an S95, I just kind of gloss over it. And that's kind of what I was telling you. It's like, you want to go look at it? I said, it's no S95s over there. Like,
I saw the vintage section. I was like, let's go check it out. No. It was hot. It was so hot. We hung in there.
Yeah, we hung in there.
But it was so big that we just couldn't get. It was probably, maybe we covered 3/4 of it.
3/4 of it, yeah. There's at least 1,100 cars there. It's huge. It's the biggest car show I've ever been to.
Yeah, it was a lot. It was a lot. But even still, people were showing up regardless of the heat. I mean, Cali, but you know how hot it's gonna get. But people were still showing up. The vendors were there. It was still, a good time. We just couldn't get through it all, because of what you were doing. It was just, we weren't just like stopping by each car, having conversations, taking pictures, doing interviews. So it's just impossible to get through the entire show.
Yeah. And I had almost a once in a lifetime opportunity for me. I got a chance to see an actual 2000 Cobra R. That thing is like beautiful. The brightest red car there. Everybody was just kind of hovering around. I remember talking to my coworkers saying, because there was one to bring a trailer that had just sold. I think that car had like 500 something miles on it, and it sold close to around $98,000 or something like that. I think this guy that was there, I think I heard somebody say it had 23 miles on it. Like, I couldn't be a car investor like that because I would just ruin the value. Because I would have like 50,000 miles on that car just driving. Yeah. So that was another highlight of that show, actually seeing that car for the first time in person. And then after that, something I always wanted to do was cruise up the Pacific Coast Highway. So we got a chance to do that in the drop top Mustang. Went up to Monterey.
Yeah. And the next morning.
That was beautiful. That's by far the greatest road trip I ever. Like, I was the king of road trips back in my day too. Like we didn't fly. We used to do road trips. Yeah. But that was by far the greatest road trip. Of course, because he was there.
The most beautiful, scenic Highway 1. Going up in the ocean and those mountains. Man, you can't describe it. Yeah, it's so beautiful.
Yeah, it's breathtaking.
It's breathtaking. And I didn't realize how intimidating those mountains can be until you're in it. It's like, oh man, you look over, there's no guardrail, there's nothing.
Yeah.
It's just, you just gotta know what you're doing. So I'm glad you were handling that. Lots of turns. Felt like I was in the Tail of the Dragon. It was a lot of.
I remember actually that. I'm like, what had more turns, Tail of the Dragon or this?
It's hard to tell. I think the distance that we were traveling, of course, was further, but those were some almost 90 degree. It was pretty sharp.
It was sharp. Yeah, it was fun. It was fun. I enjoyed it.
I'm sure you did, and I was looking forward. Yeah, that was a good time. That was a good time. If you can do that, travel, up Highway 1, definitely do that. It's beautiful.
With a drop top Mustang or some kind of sports car. It's no point in driving like a big Suburban up there or something like that.
Yeah, you gotta feel it.
You gotta feel it. So, man, the giveaway. Originally at 1K, I was only going to give away the Roadrunner torque converter, but my man 01 SVT, gosh, why I keep saying the same thing? 01 SVT FTW, aka 01 SVT for the win, has some merchandise that he's throwing into the pot. This is the shirt, along with
you can see the back.
He's throwing in like a whole bunch of different things. It's just not shirts, a hat, keychain, some other things. I'm going to actually, if you go to my YouTube, not my YouTube, but if you go to my Instagram page, you can see a sample of everything that he's throwing in. So SN95 Power, go check that out. But he's throwing that in as well as the torque converter. So in order to win, this is what you have to do. Friday, we are going live on IG at 7 p.m. Central Time. You need to partake in this live that we're going to post, and we're going to ask a couple of questions about actually we're going to ask one question about my Instagram page. And what you're going to have to do is head over to my Instagram page and answer that question. I'm going to set up a promo on my Instagram page that Friday, and what you would do is comment on that promo. The first person who answers the question correctly will win. So you can't answer the question, you just can't start posting random answers. You have to wait until I ask the question first in order to win. So I will ask the question on YouTube Live, you'll head over to SN95 Power on IG, and the first person who answers that question correctly will win the Roadrunner torque converter and the merch package from 01 SVT FTW. Now, this costs you nothing. Only thing you have to do is just win, and you have all that shipped to your door for absolutely nothing. Like, can't beat that. So yeah, you might have to juggle around a couple of different programs, apps, or whatever, but it's a dope giveaway, and it's just me giving back for the support that you guys have helped me get to this 1K mark.
First annual Bleed Forward Blue Fest 2021. This was just recently, a week ago, right?
Yeah, a week ago.
When you guys will see this maybe a couple weeks, but it was an amazing first annual All Forward show in Matteson, Illinois. So
Matteson,
however you want to say it, Matteson or Matteson,
That's
Illinois.
How he says it.
Matteson, yes. So shout out to Blue Oval Media, Kenneth Sean, for hosting such an amazing show, and it was Sutton Ford, right? Mm-hmm. Hosted at Sutton Ford. People came and they showed up. They pulled up. Yeah. So coming from, of course, Florida. I
think that might be the furthest.
Yeah. So shout out to everybody who came out and supported. It was a beautiful day. It was a very successful show. The SN95s, they definitely showed up and represented. Yeah. So it was a good time. So I definitely look forward to more shows. You're gonna have some more special things coming your way. I have no idea what that is, so I'm pretty sure. Since it was so much fun, Blue Oval Media, I'm sure they're not gonna stop that over there. So
yeah, he's talking already, having conversations about next year. And you guys don't want to miss out on next year. If you thought this year was dope, next year is going to be something, the bar is going to be raised 5 times higher next year. So definitely you want to be part of that. And for me personally, it was kind of nice just because, my channel, SN95 Power, nobody knows about that. But, you have people like Gearhead 704 there, and Neo Mustang. See, I hate that I haven't got a chance to meet Neo Mustang yet. I'm a groupie. I have to admit. That's
where you at?
He was there. He was there.
He was there.
He was at Ford Takeover. Mm-hmm. I started to go up to talk to him at Ford Takeover, but I'm I don't know. I need somebody to introduce me to him first. But I say that about Neo Mustang because I don't think I would have bought my turbo kit without his channel. And I remember having this conversation with Ken. I'm like, if it wasn't for like Neo Mustang, like he really put that turbo kit, that on-3 turbo kit, like out on the forefront.
Okay.
Like when it came out, people were like a little skeptical about it, like bashing it, like it's a little cheap little China kit, whatever. Like, you know, I don't think he's the first person.
Okay.
But he's like the biggest channel who like got behind that.
And he put
like,
it out on his platform.
He put it out on his platform. It was like, hey, throw this on your Mustang and run 10 seconds. Like he put that recipe out there for that, and I think that really blew up that turbo kit. Like without his channel, I don't know how popular that on-3 turbo kit would be, but he's the man that like probably a lot of people who bought those kits trusted his advice on that. I know I took his advice on it, and that's why I got it. But yeah, I didn't get a chance to meet him yet, so definitely whenever Mustang Week or some future show, I'll probably go up there and talk to him. Just like, man, like tip my hat off to him. Like I salute you. You know?
Keep doing you. So check out his page.
Yeah, Gearhead 704. Like Ken introduced me to him and his wife. Like they're real cool people, and like he shouted me out on his video that helped me get to that 1,000 mark. Him and his wife are like real down to earth people. It was such a pleasure to meet them, man. Just talk to them.
Yeah, there was a lot of really cool families and couples out there. You know, it was that type of show where we felt like we were at home, you know, so it was really easy for us. It was just a different level of comfort, and again, the people who were coming from so far, just being able to, you know, talk with them. The winners, you know, of the different categories, that was super cool. Just recognizing everybody, the new Mustang groups, I think.
Yeah, the Poison Clan.
Yeah, which was super cool. So yeah, it just was a really good day. Food was good. Nice snack. But it was good. It was great. You know, shout out to Christina Daly. It was just so nice chatting with you and hanging out for that day. It was just a good day.
So yeah, y'all had y'all like little moment there where you had like that whole Mustang wives thing.
Yes.
I can't remember Gearhead 704 wives, but you know, the three women there.
Yeah, we had a good time. You know, I was ready to help out and, you know, make sure that, you know, I was able to just be there as much as I possibly can. So it was really cool to have that time with them. We had fun.
It's actually kind of cool too, because there's a couple other people I've met who I've done write-ups on their cars from the channel, Carnage 4.6. I got a chance to see Mike from Mike's Garage. Mike from Mike's Garage was like a guest star on that video. Like Mike was popping up all over the place.
Shout out Mike. Yes, you were. You will see him in a lot of our videos. So Mike was super cool.
Yeah. So it was actually nice to get a chance to meet him. And, you know, just, you know, some of the people who I've met out of town from Ken's channel, you know, coming up and speaking and seeing those faces again. So that was super dope.
Yeah, and it's really nice when you go to different car shows. We've been to so many, seeing some of the same people again. So it's nice to see these people from different towns, you know. It's like, oh, okay. Then that lets you know that community, we're starting to really come together. So I like that. You get to see them in another state, and they come back to our home. So it's just those connections are always so nice.
Yeah. And I think the next big thing for us, as far as car shows, is probably Mustang Week. We were just having this conversation about that yesterday, and I'm not looking forward to trailing a car for over 15 hours. And so we're just trying to
with or without a trailer, that's a haul.
That's a haul. That's 15 hours with or without a trailer, that's a haul. And I mean, we're gonna make it. It's just, you know, whether we're gonna bring the vehicle or not. Like, part of me is like, it's just not gonna be the same if I don't bring the vehicle. So you gotta figure out a way.
We'll break that trip up. Just like we mentioned in other videos, you know, when we go out of town to car shows, we make it fun. We go to different cities and just hang out there, and then travel to the car show, wherever that is, and hang out there. And, you know, just break it up. It doesn't make it seem so long and so grueling when you can just kind of enjoy the different towns that you're stopping in.
Yeah.
So we'll make it fun.
Oh, absolutely, all the time.
It'll be good.
Yeah, but and up until Mustang Week, it's just kind of like the local car scene now.
Which is cool with me.
It's cool with me, and I'm like so behind on it because I've been so worried about some of these bigger shows. We really haven't done any of the local stuff yet.
Yeah, and I think for us, this is really the first season we're really branching outside of Illinois. which is really cool. So Iowa, LA, you know, it's really fun. And now we're gonna go to Myrtle Beach, right?
Beach, yeah.
Coming up. So I think that's a big shift, you know, in our connection with the shows in the community, to just be able to kind of reach out and just see how other states do it. And they're doing it big.
Yeah.
You know, they're doing it really big. So I enjoy that. You know, it's just a different experience.
Great experience.
Mm-hmm. A lot of fun.
A lot of fun. A lot of fun.
A lot of fun.
I don't know about this 15 hours on the road, but you know.
Minus the traveling, yeah. So we can't fly the car out there. So yeah,
No,
you're right.
no, you can't. So that's it. I really appreciate your time. And like I say, Friday we're going to go live and we're going to do the giveaway.
That information is going to be in the description box, so you know what you need to do. So.
Yeah, and I think that's pretty much it.
That's
We'll continue to give you some reviews on some local cars. I've got some things set up on some local cars here, but the next out of town trip is, I can't remember if Hollyfest or Mustang Week is first. Oh, Detroit. I think also Woodwork Dream Cruise also.
Okay.
And Detroit's so like close to us. That's like a stone's throw away. So
only 4 hours.
that's something we can just drive up there and drive back.
Really in the same day.
Really in the same day. So that's something else that is probably added to the list of things that we'll do. But you know, all that stuff isn't happening until late August, it seems like. So.
And if you guys have any favorite car shows that you've been to so far, we want to know about it. What do you guys think? What have you guys seen this season so far that you've had a good time? We've been to a few. There's a lot more.
Yeah, there's so many out here.
Yeah, well, what are some of your favorites and some that you're looking forward to? Just like to know that.
Yeah, drop a comment below. So we appreciate your time and God bless.